What will God's final encounter with rebellion be like? It was the last Sunday before the crucifixion. Jesus rode into Jerusalem at the head of a procession with palm branches in his path, with hallelujahs filling the air and echoing from valley to valley. Suddenly the procession froze in their steps. Jesus at the brow of the hill had caught sight of the temple, its white marble glistening in the western sun, and suddenly he began weeping. His body rocked with great sobs, as if his heart had just been broken. He wept over Jerusalem, the city he had come to save. How could he let her go? And this was only a miniature rehearsal of the great separation struggle when the Creator must finally say goodbye to a world that wouldn't let him save it. If Jesus wept as he did over a single city, what will happen when a world goes up in flames and he knows that not one more prodigal will be coming home? If you want to know what God is like, if you want to know how he feels about sinners, if you want to know how reluctant he is to punish or destroy or even say goodbye, just watch Jesus weeping over Jerusalem. And when you have watched him there, it won't be so easy to listen to the enemy's propaganda line. Satan pictures God as a cruel, uncaring tyrant who delights in punishing the creatures he has made. It's Satan who originated the lie about God throwing men into never-ending fire and rejoicing in their torment. The same Jesus who went about healing, who couldn't bear to see a little girl sick or a mother mourning. It is the same compassionate Jesus who finally will have to destroy sin and sinners, because there is no other way. Because the universe must be cleansed of its deadly contamination. A planet will go up in flames, because that is the way its people chose. We open the Word of God today and encounter the God of love and beauty. What happens to sinners when Jesus comes?
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
What happens to the wicked dead who are in their graves when Jesus comes?
But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Here's that 1,000 years you've heard about, usually called the millennium. But it is not 1,000 years of peace to precede Christ's coming, as some have thought. And it is not a second chance for sinners. It is simply the next 1,000 years after Christ comes. The word millennium, incidentally, isn't in the Bible. It simply means 1,000 years. Now John says the rest of the dead stay dead for 1,000 years. He must be speaking of sinners, because the saints will not be dead during that time. They will be in heaven. What does the Bible say about the saints during the 1,000 years?
And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus, and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, and they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
The first resurrection is mentioned, so there must be two. Since the first resurrection has to do with those who are blessed and holy, this must be the resurrection of the saints at Christ's coming. What did John say in his gospel about two resurrections?
Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth, they that have done good, unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil, unto the resurrection of damnation.
Two resurrections. A resurrection of the righteous, a resurrection of sinners. We know that the resurrection of the saints takes place at the coming of Christ at the beginning of the 1,000 years, and John said the rest would not live again until the 1,000 years were finished. So evidently, the second resurrection, the resurrection of sinners, will come at the close of that 1,000 years. We shall see in a moment that this is correct. Now, what happens to Satan when Jesus comes?
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season.
What happens to Satan at the end of the 1,000 years?
And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
What looses or releases him? The fact that sinners are resurrected in the second resurrection. Now he can deceive the nations again, and he does. With all the loss from all the ages under his command, he makes one last attempt to overthrow God and his government. He leads his vast army across the desolate earth to try to take God's city, the New Jerusalem. What happens when the wicked surround the New Jerusalem?
And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them.
Picture it. There they are, marching toward the city, and suddenly they are halted in their tracks. Every man sees before him the scenes of Gethsemane and Calvary. Every man sees his own life in review. He cannot turn his eyes away. Every man sees that the punishment is just and right. What a strange day that will be, when every knee will bow and every tongue confess that Jesus is Lord. What kind of fire will hellfire be?
For, behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Hellfire will be very real, very literal, and very hot. But when it has done its work, it will go out. Sinners will be burnt up. Nothing will be left of them. They will be like stubble, Malachi says. Did you ever see stubble burn? It's a quick, hot fire, just a flash, and it's gone. How does David describe hellfire?
But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away.
Again, a quick, hot fire, like burning fat. They will just go up in smoke. How does Peter describe the results of this gigantic lake of fire?
But the day of the Lord will come, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Man and all the works of man are burnt up completely. The earth is made new. All the universe at last is clean. Now we see why the wicked will be in the lake of fire. It's to destroy them, not to torment them, so that this sinful world can be replaced with a new, sinless one. What a wonderful solution to the sin problem. Think it through. What is in God's heart as the flames envelop the earth? Is it the exalting of a conqueror over an enemy bent before his power? No. It is the pathetic cry of a father who called his children out of the burning, and they would not. O strange planet in rebellion, How long impatiently I have knocked at your towers of glass and urged you to let me in. I would have saved you from the flames, but you wouldn't let me.